Hello and good afternoon. First of all, I would like to all my viewers who are watching us live on our social medias, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all of you, I would like to welcome you for another episode of Talk to Coach with Dr. D live. Today we have Mr. Uthaiya Ganpati with us. He is a business and leadership coach. And today we are going to talk on a very interesting topic about the challenges in MSME business. So, uh, MSME is one of the biggest contributor in any economy around the world, and even it comes for the employment generation. They are the largest contributor in employment generation also. Compared to other Western countries, in India, still MSME is growing, maturing. But because of the size of our country, we still have large number of MSME which are providing their services and adding value to the GDP of our company, our country, and economy. MSME has lot of its own challenges, but when you would like to find it out, you can search on Google what are the major challenges are there. Most of the time, it is written that either it is the finance related problem, or it is sales and marketing related problem, or it is people's management related problem. Today we are going to understand, is that the real problem with the MSME, or do we have some more problem from the coaching perspective? Hello friends, my name is Dhirendra Gautam and I'm a business and leadership coach at Universal Coaching Federation, and today we are going to talk about challenges in MSME business. So, Uthaiya, you are with us. You are a business and leadership coach. Why not like to share your experiences and let's introduce to our audience about you and what you think. What are the challenges MSME have? Biggest challenges whatever MSME has in India, and how, as a coach, we can help them resolving their challenges and growing in their business as a better contributor to the GDP and economy of the country.
Thank you, Doctor. Introducing myself uh, as Uttaya Ganapati. Yes, I have around 2 decades of experience handling the larger enterprises and seeing both sides of the coin, both as an employee and as an employer. So I very well understand the challenges that come out, and some of the challenges which you articulated is quite common. Something like access to finance, skill sets, attrition, government policy and compliances. Some of these are some of the major challenges which is known, but it has matured over a period of time. The last decade, though it's a very unorganized sector, it contributes to almost around 40% of the GDP, and
Yeah,
50% of the exports is contributed by this MSME. So it's one of the most important pillars, and it cannot be negated. And yes, there is a lot of focus from the government. A lot of things are being done. But as you rightly pointed out, being a very diverse country, getting this organized sector into a very streamlined process is a Herculean task. But having
yeah,
said that, the moment is rapidly moving post-COVID with a lot of digitization, which was one of the biggest challenges for MSMEs pre-COVID era, has been broken down, and people have seen the advantages. The clients have seen the advantages. So the adaptation to technology is much more open in this new era. So
right,
apart from that, again, there's again a cash flow issue and a lot of expertise that is lacking in guiding these people. From the coaching perspective, what I can say is these people need a lot of guidance, a lot of
right.
expertise from the coaching point of view. And there is very one important point which I would like to highlight, I think, where most of them are not addressed. Most of the MSMEs are either proprietary led or an individual led or a set of family business or a set of directors who are running this business, there is typically a huge shortfall in their work life balance.
Right.
And they do not have a collaborative team like a big enterprise where we have a
Right.
board, we have a team, and we have large set of employees where we can collaborate effectively in good and bad times. But that is
True.
one big gap where I've seen where, in my personal view, a huge shortfall in the MSMEs, and even I'm not sure even if the government is addressed this kind of an issue. So that is one point where the coaching, the mentoring, or even the giving the guidance in the right direction can help these folks, because it is, as people say, it's lonely at the top, and it's also lonely when you're all alone. But typically,
Right.
MSME businesses are, it's a loner business. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of guidance that can be given, a lot of process and systems can be introduced by our guidance, and more so, it requires a lot of mental strength to run these kind of business.
Right.
And it talks about the mental strength. It talks about your skill sets to handle the good and bad times and to face the society, because you're all alone. You have to have pressure from the family side. You have to answer the society. You have to answer yourself, and it's a big risk taking factor. That's why many of them uh, break down after a certain time of period, because they are not able to sustain these kind of pressures. And that is
Right.
where I feel a coaching, a good set of mentoring from an experienced set of people and from an experienced organization like Universal Coaching can definitely help. Apart from the
Right.
normal set of challenges that they face, right, from big competition, cash flow, skill sets, process and systems, and all these things are there well out in the open today. But this is one field where I think has a huge opportunity for both on a mutual winnable solution and situation.
Great. See, as you said about the MSME, most of the points are very valid. You see, in other Western country who are the developed country, MSME contributes 50% plus in their economy. In India, also around 40% GDP contribution comes from the MSME. And in my 27 plus years of experience, either working with the corporate or for last 12 years coaching and empowering businesses and business owners, one of the key challenge what I see about the MSME is the real entrepreneurship. I always believe as a student of coaching and as a coach, I did my research into people transformation and I realized that unless you transform the business owner, it is very difficult to transform the business itself. And I would like to give my viewers with some example. If you join a bigger organization as a CEO of a smaller branch or a smaller unit of some bigger organization or some multinational company, you cannot say the board of directors and the owners, "Ki, I could not get fund, that's why I'm not able to lead this company to the next level." You cannot say as a CEO to the board of directors that "Ki, I could not able to sell the product and I'm not able to take the business to the next level." You cannot say that "Ki, I'm not able to manage the people and that's why I'm able to fail in the business." So if you work as a P&L responsibility as a CEO or a managing director of a even a smaller unit of a big organization or multinational company, how as a business owner of a MSME, you can always blame that it is the finance issue, it is the sales issue, it is the people's management issue which is dragging us in not taking the organization to the next level of growth and success. I have been coaching people for many years, and I think I have interacted more than thousands people in my past 15 years. And one thing I have seen that the MSME business owner, they are really individual contributors. They are the family owned people. They are really very hardworking people. They are really smart people. But when you become an entrepreneur, and if your business start growing, if you are from a micro to a medium enterprises, medium to a smaller enterprises, smaller to a bigger enterprises, the transformation should come in the mindset of the business owner as an entrepreneur. and the capability, the hard work, and your technical capability, which was adding the business owners to take their organization from becoming in a smaller organization to a medium organization. The same kind of mindset literally becomes the obstacle in the life of the people to taking that organization from medium to a bigger and greater organization. And that's why I see it's a big opportunity for MSME entrepreneurs or startup entrepreneurs to coach and empower and transform those people, to transform themselves to become a better version of themselves, understand the challenges, keep themselves in line with the how it is happening, what is happening in the organization, what is happening in the economy, what is happening in the industry. And then you can have the opportunity to take your organization to the next level of growth and success. And organization like Universal Coaching Federation, we have a dedicated team of business coaching and leadership coaching team who is helping lot of business coach and entrepreneurs around the world, and especially in all cities of India, and we are able to provide these services. So this is one of the key factor. What you feel in this area, Uthaya, how we can add value to the entrepreneurs, the way they think, the way they take decision, how they can empower and transform themselves to become a better version of themselves, to create a better leadership, better work culture, and better environment for the people where they can do a better compliance for their organization, they can have a better rating for their organization, so that they can get the loan facilities, they can get the financial facility, they can create a better work culture where people will want to continue in this organization and remain in this organization rather than having a manpower issue. And if your people are transformed and empowered and aligned with your vision of the organization, they are going to deliver the expected result more than the expectation. So that can happen. But for that, we require a transformation in the mindset of the people. My personal experience, I would share, but I just wanted to understand your views, how we can add value there as a coach.
It's actually a good point to ponder. So what happens is typically in an MSME, the mindset is always set small. It's at a
Yeah,
very minimum level. So they feel, even I was an entrepreneur, I started that my capacity is only this much, because obviously it's a risk taking, right? From the economic point of view, or from the infrastructure point of view, or from the facilities available point of view. So first of all, we should empower, or we should enable the thought process to think big. Because
right,
if you see, any Fortune 500 company today was an MSME 20 years back, 30 years back, 40 years back. You take any
right,
organization, right, from a Tata or a Godrej, or you talk anything, all must have started in a garage or in a room or in a shed, and that's how they come. But what is the differentiator that has happened? They had a long-term vision and mission. They had a plan. They had the capability to think beyond. So
yeah,
today, what happens is we are happy. Most of the MSMEs are happy with the day-to-day earnings and day-to-day life. Okay, I've survived today. I've got my business, but they're
yes,
not thinking, can I scale it to the next level? What next? So if you see the top 10% who have succeeded, they would have thought of this business when they were in the shed itself, or when they were in
right,
the room itself. They had a vision to see that in the next 25 or 20 or 15 or 30 years, my organization is to go here. Now, whether that
right,
can happen in reality or not, that is secondary. But they
true,
had seeded the thought process. They had visualized that success. So that
right,
is important. And to ignite that is where we can add value. See,
yeah,
next, rest of the things falls in place once the thought process is aligned.
yeah,
Once an MSME thinks I can go global, once the
yeah,
director or owner thinks I have the capability to go global, I can
yeah,
do 10x of my turnover. And now, what has to be done to achieve that? Then it's easy for us to stitch in the process of cash flow, finance, infrastructure, skill set. Yes, there are challenges with that. But
right, right,
having said that, the growth can be much faster and the success can be much nearer.
yeah. See, that we exactly do when we coach business entrepreneur. When I coach them and our organization, first we try to transform the business owners and entrepreneurs to discover their better leadership capability inside them. It is not like that they don't have the leadership capability. Yes, they are having better leadership capability and they are very hardworking people. Whatever they are today, they have brought it from zero, nowhere to whatever they are today. But the real challenge comes when you become something. The way you are nothing, there's no challenge. But bringing from nothing to something is already there. But from something to grow further and create a transform them into a medium and bigger entrepreneurs or enterprises, that is the real challenges and one of the biggest challenges this MSME have it. The second challenge, what we say, most of the smaller organization, including the startups, majority of the startups, this is the research, 70 to 80% of the startups they fail within first years of their starting it up. So when we started doing the research from the Universal Coaching Federation, what is the reason? Because when you try to find it out the reason again on internet, you will find it out finance, sales, marketing, people, research, innovation, 10 reasons are there. But again, when we come closer to that, the planning part was the missing. As an entrepreneur, you should know that you required to support your business for first X months or X number of years. And you should be having your financial plan, your capital roadmap, your financial roadmap, your go to market strategy, your people management has to be fixed. It cannot be possible that you have started with whatever saving you have, and then after 6 months you have adjusted your revenue down, you are looking for an angel investor, and you are not getting any money. And that exactly happens with the 70 to 80% of the entrepreneurs. I think there is a one big requirement for that, for the people who are looking to start up, is to get into a proper mentor and coaching shape where the coaches and mentors can guide them how to create a proper 2 to 3 years plan for them. And unless you have your financial, your capital roadmap, financial roadmap, go to market strategy, your research and innovation, and your growth strategy aligned, and whatever it is required to take your organization up to a commercial production or a stage where you are able to get a commercial things, where you are able to get an angel investor or where you can get the real investor or equity guys interested in your business, that planning has to be there. We should not require encouraging people to start up. Startups are already encouraged. India has the one of the largest ecosystem of starting it up. It is happening. We as a coach, we supposed to stop those failures, and our organization and we work on how we can closely work with the this MSME or startups, where we can guide them, empower them, coach them, where they can reduce the failure ratio. If we are able to reduce the failure by 5%, India will be having the largest ecosystem of MSME in the world in next 5 years. The real work has to be done there. And this is the responsibility of the entrepreneurs also who are starting it up in their business. It's a really courageous work. We must do it, but you should have a proper plan to not fail. The first planning has to be to sustain in the business. Once you are sustaining in the market for a period where you start getting into break even or you start getting a funding support, then you can think for the growth. So first planning has to be very robust, and it is not possible for all entrepreneur to get into that kind of professional planning at initial stage, because entrepreneurs come from a one kind of a skill set which is very dominant in nature. You are coming from either a finance dominating nature or a IT dominating field or a sales and marketing field. You always lack other complementary skills and capability which required to take your organization and grow your organization as an entrepreneur. And this is the place an organization like UCF and the business coaches who can help you to come up, do a robust planning, identify your go to market strategy, financial roadmap, capital roadmap, people's planning, performance planning, and then you can start getting into business. You have a plan, and you have a plan where you are going to get the investors and how you are going to take it to the next level of growth and success. I would like to take a question, one of the viewers who are very continuously viewing our videos and talk to coach program live on our LinkedIn. He's an MSME entrepreneur, and his office is in. He's having a factory in Silvassa. He's having, I think, around 100 crore kind of a business. The question he has asked me that he's a owner of a 100 crore business. He's a manufacturing plant, and he said that I'm aging. I'm going to be around 60 plus this year. I have one son and one daughter. They are settled in USA. They don't want to come back to India. So he says that now at this stage, what I should do, because my company requires at least 20 to 25 crores of restructuring investment to be done to take this organization to the next level of growth and success. If I'm not going to do that, the next level of growth will not be coming. But I always have a doubt whether I should go for this kind of investment and restructuring in my organization, what I should do. That's the question he has asked me. Uthaya is our very great listener, is very experienced person. He has taken this organization in last 20 years. After doing his engineering from IIT Bombay, he has started his business. He has been in corporate for a couple of years. He got a very innovative idea and he's running a plant. See, when you ask me, and of course, as a coach, I speak truth. I'm not going to answer you like a consultant or buttering you. I will give you a very straightforward answer. The moment you say and ask me what you think, whether you should invest or not, I think you have already taken the decision that you are not going to invest. Because this question should not come to an entrepreneur. If your company is in order, if you are a real entrepreneur, you create next level of entrepreneurship and leadership who is going to take your organization to the next level of growth and success. Succession planning is one of the biggest factor and challenges now MSME is facing in India. And I think we will do a special talk show on succession planning some other time. So this is a big issue for succession planning. Your kids doesn't want to come back to India and run your factories. The reason is that they are no more interested. The kind of hard work and suffering you had in your life to take this organization to this level of growth and success, somehow they find they have been also suffering while growing with you. So they don't want to get into this same kind of way to put their efforts. Of course, I know I'm also an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a 24 by 7 job, but it is the passion of an entrepreneur. When you pursue your passion, you don't feel that you are doing a 24 hours job. It is your passion which is driving your business, and that is the real entrepreneurship. For you, it might be the entrepreneurship, it is your real passion to do something. But I think somewhere the lack is creating the succession planning. It is not necessary nowadays that your son and daughter should become the next level managing director and director of the organization. Your organization is in very good shape. 100 crore business or even 70 crore business you are saying is not a small amount. I think the time is still there. You should have your second level management to be identified. Till you are active in the business, you should develop couple of people to become a real business leader in your organization. You identify your successor, you can hire a professional CEO. You can still remain the director and shareholder of the organization. Your son and daughter can remain the shareholder of the organization without managing the business. But this professional support has to be implemented plan has to be implemented in your organization. If you will not able to implement these plannings, then you are already into the mindset, and one day organization will get closed. And a person like me, I'm more concerned about 2 to 300 people working in your organization. आपका पता नहीं क्या होगा. You might be able to earn good amount of money. Your kids are already settled in USA, but that poor people, 200 people who are dependent upon your business, they will suffer a lot. So I prefer get some help of some professional, engage some coaches. They will able to guide you not only into your business planning, but your succession planning, your manpower planning, creating the next level of leadership. Your next level of leadership might be there, but not fine tuned in a way who can take over the business from you. You can create a professional structure. Transparency can be bring into the organization, and any business can be managed by the professional CEOs and the board of directors. All the multinational company, all the business companies, there is no owners. Shareholders are the owners, and they are always remaining the big companies around the world, and they are leading the markets. So you can think like a leader, you can think like a transformed businessman, you can empower yourself, engage some good coaches, they will be able to transform. Look for the investment, what you can do it in your business, restructure it, and your company will grow to 500 crore, I'm very sure. Don't leave it, don't bring this kind of doubt. Work on the succession planning, and your succession can be any person. A professional person can be a successor. Your son and daughter can still be the owner and investor or the shareholder. So think from that perspective, and that is the only guidance I can give you as a coach. And I think you can do something. If you require any more help, you can connect me anytime, and me and my team will able to help you for this kind of restructuring and transformation. What do you think, Uthaya? What answer I have given to the person? Anything you can add there?
Yes, doctor. That's one of the biggest issues which is not highlighted anywhere. In fact, I have two clients who are in the same state. They are also old and their kids are settled in the US. And I've been discussing with them on this in the last 2 days. Again, succession planning should be part of the business plan itself or part of the entire vision and mission status of any SMS, small and medium enterprises. And the
Right,
second point is also there are many cases where it is run as a one man show. And in case of any contingency or in case of any catastrophe, there is no
right.
backup. So that way
Yes,
also it's a very dangerous situation for many MSMEs to address those points also in case of any fatalities or in case of any death or any kind of an issue. They should have an immediate switchover. They should have a disaster recovery. They should have a backup plan because
right.
it's not only the life of the individual owner or the lifestyle of the individual owner that is in question, but at the
Yeah,
same time the number of creditors, the debtors, and the employees and the entire infrastructure is dependent on it. I think it's
right.
a very good point that you got it out here, and that should be one of the key differentiators apart from the normal challenges that an MSME faces.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think MSME has to be empowered. And as you said it in your beginning of the discussion, many government bodies and organization and ministries are helping it out, the entrepreneurs and MSMEs, to transform them, add value to them, provide the funding support, all kind of help. And I think all the entrepreneur who are into MSME categories or the startup entrepreneur who are listening our show, they can get help of those government bodies and the government support what is available in the market, and they can really get benefit of those things through proper channel, and they can add value to their organization. A proper coaching, a proper mentoring can help them transforming their people, their processes, and their the system. So we as a coach, we work on all three areas. We empower and transform business owners, leadership peoples, and the key stakeholder people in your organization. And along with the people, once they get transformed, we transform your processes and we implement world class systems where you can create a performance driven work culture in your organization to take your organization to the next level of growth and success. We are not just consultant who just implement some system and processes. We are coaches who empowers people first. So people is always the first priority. You are as an entrepreneur is the first priority for us. Once an entrepreneur get empower and transform, he or she has the opportunity to empower and transform whole the organization. And that is the way we together can work, add value to our business and to the bigger GDP of the country. And of course, which is 40% now, the MSME is contributing around 40% in GDP. It can go up to 60%, and it can be the biggest and largest employer in the organization in the country. And a country like India, where labors are still available at a very reasonable price, uh, manpower should not be a big issue if you give an opportunity to empower and transform them. The only thing is that we are not able to add value to the people in MSME organization the way we are able to add in global company and bigger organization. There is always an opportunity for improvement, and we are here to add value, to help you, to empower you. If you are interested, if you are an MSME entrepreneur, if you are a startup, if you are a business leader, and you would like to add any value, you can talk to any one of our coaches. You can write to us at universalcoachingfederation.org, and we can provide you free one-to-one session where you can understand how we can add value, empower, and transform yourself to transform your organization and grow your organization, become the employer, become the entrepreneur, become a contributor to the nation building, add value to generating more revenue, more employment, more opportunity for the people in India. We need all the entrepreneur to be successful. Thank you very much. I would like to thank you all my viewers on our social media, our Facebook, our LinkedIn, our YouTube, our Instagram, who are watching us. And I would like to thank you for your support, the great support you are able to provide it us. Keep on asking question. If you have any question and doubt, you can ask us, and our team of coaches will able to reach you and will able to add value wherever it is possible. Thank you very much again. We can come with a next episode of Talk to Coach with Dr. D live on next Friday, same time, 4 p.m.